What do we got going on today?
So I was at Lowe's Home Improvement, walking through the aisles, doing a tool tour, at tool stores, looking for the best deals on tools and accessories. I do it with the Very Cool Gang. It was a live stream. And I found myself in front of a Spyder, what do they call it?
Display.
The gondola.
End cap.
I was standing in front of a Spyder merchandiser. Now, here's where it gets interesting. At first glance, you would see the normal Spyder products. If you looked a little closer at this merchandiser, you would have found this impact socket set. And once again, at first glance, you go, okay, they're impact sockets. They're not really, what's the big deal?
I've never seen them from Spyder before.
Here's the thing. These are not normal impact sockets either. Usually what I would say is Spyder does a pretty doggone good job of their visuals. I like the colors. I like their logo. The only thing is that these seem to be brand new. You can't find them on their website. You can only find these at Lowe's Home Improvement.
In store only.
And the thing is that they're not front and center on this merchandiser. Here's the thing that makes these so much different than every other impact socket, you don't see that front and center either. These are not a traditional impact socket. These are a spline drive impact socket. And I'm gonna tell you all about them and why they're so special right after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. Want to help out with the channel? Then head on over to the merch store. You get hats, hoodies, t-shirts. Link will be in the description below. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Vince. It's your first time here. Welcome to you especially. I know what a lot of you are probably saying. Who is Spyder and why should you care? Spyder blades and hole saws might be new to some folks, but they've made a name for themselves with these cutting accessories and oscillating multi-tool blades and hole saws. And generally, their hole saws punch way above their price point. So when they decided to drop a line of impact sockets, you got my attention. Most sockets use 6-point or 12-point profiles that grab the corners of the fastener. That works fine until the bolt's rusted, painted, or already half stripped. And that's where these spline drives come in. Fitzmore fasteners, spline drive technology, compatible with 6-point, 12-point, star, square, spline, and damaged fasteners that have been rounded up to 50%. Got a black phosphate coating. I do like the etch that has the size or measurement of the socket. It says high visibility markings, last longer and easy to locate. Retention pinhole allows user to choose whether to engage pin. This is the 6-piece standard impact socket set. It comes with a 1/4 by 3/8 drive, and it's product number 19707. Now, what makes these so different from what you see traditionally? And of course, not all of you. Some of you have obviously seen spline drive before, but a lot of homeowners, DIYers, even professionals, they're not dealing with a spline drive. You could see, instead of having flats, this is a spline drive socket. We have 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8. We have our adapter. It is a smaller count kit. I'm hoping that maybe Spyder will have something larger counts, maybe some deep sockets, metric. We have quite the assortment of fasteners here. A normal socket, it wouldn't actually engage on the flats of the fastener. It actually engages here on the points or the corners of this fastener. And if the fastener is old, rusted, maybe even painted, what will happen is you'll be putting excessive pressure on those points. You could get a situation where you round over the fastener itself. The difference with spline drive is we're contacting the bolt head and more spots, creating bigger surface for the socket to bite onto the fastener. What I love about this kit in particular, they gave you the 1/4 x 3/8 adapter, so you could use this with an impact driver, or you could put this directly onto an impact wrench. They're sockets, yes, I know, but I like the ability to use either of these tools depending on what I'm driving. If I'm driving something much larger, longer, thicker, I might want to go with an impact wrench. Might not get it done as quickly as an impact driver, but you'd have more of the ability to get a bigger fastener driven fully. And I like that they chuck on. Now, here's the deal. With this pin, with the hole for the pin detent, it's not going to work with my hog ring here, but if you did have an impact wrench with a pin detent, you could use that to kind of lock it onto the wrench itself. I like the friction ring personally, but let's see how they do. You can see where that impact socket is contacting the bolt. If this was not engaging the way that you'd want, you would have more splines. Those splines can contact the bolt or fastener on the flats. See if we can find something a little bit bigger here. So you can see here we have pin detent. We're going to slide our socket onto our pin detent. We're fully engaged there. You could see there's a little bit of play, but it's locked in place. Now, if we didn't want to lock in place, we could just go next to that pin detent. This way, for some reason, you needed to quickly detach from your drive tool, you can. You don't have that pin retaining the socket. You know what I'm really curious? What happens if you don't have any corners on your fastener? This is a normal 9/16 bolt. But what if you had this 9/16 bolt? Spyder claims that you could still drive, fasten, or back out a bolt that's been rounded over by 50%. But because this is not a traditional style socket, this is a spline drive, we're going to have more positive engagement. We're still able to drive that fastener, even though some of them corners are rounded over. And I feel like being able to back out your bolt, even though it's been 50% or less rounded over, and smash the like button. It's free for you to do. Doesn't cost you a dime. Plus, you'll get 7 years of good luck. Let us know down in the comment section below. What do you think of Spyder's new impact spline sockets? Also, while you're down there, if you're super early to this video, join the notification squad by typing the word FIRST. And if you are indeed first, you will be nominated for an illustrious title and possibly receive an award. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hope to see you all on the next one.